I'm not going to eat anything for several days. I will only be drinking water. I do feel very drained. I'm just laying here in bed, waiting for it to be tomorrow. It's called an extended water fast, and the reason I'm doing it is because I've been suffering from an extremely common and debilitating condition called fibromyalgia, and I'm going to try to heal it. My name is Natasha Hynes. I currently live in a van on Vancouver Island in Canada, and this channel is about facing fears to transform your life. It's about overcoming obstacles and breaking through limiting beliefs to create the life of your dreams. If you're into that, please subscribe and keep watching. This should be obvious, but I am not a doctor. I'm not a health professional. All I'm doing in this video is experimenting on myself. I've done a lot of research on fibromyalgia, and from what I can see, conventionally, the story is that fibromyalgia has no cure.
Due to the unexplained nature of fibromyalgia, there is no cure or specific treatment.
Apparently, according to conventional medicine, all you can do is take certain meds that will mitigate your symptoms, which is actually a graduation from what conventional medicine used to say about fibromyalgia, which is that it doesn't exist and that it's all in your head.
The mainstay of treatment with fibromyalgia tends to be a combination of medication, anti-neuropathic or anti-nerve pain medication in varying doses and combinations.
Despite that, there's a lot of research that actually shows that there is something you can do about fibromyalgia. It's just maybe something that isn't very profitable, if you know what I mean.
Many research papers have hinted at the root cause and therefore the cure for fibromyalgia over the past few years. But one research paper just came out and blatantly said it. The fate of that paper is concerning, and I think you'll see why in just a minute. And the title is Insulin Resistance the Cause of Fibromyalgia? We suspect that outside interests probably pressured the journal to retract the study. Complaints from Big Pharma? Who knows?
Apparently, there's a correlation between fibromyalgia and insulin resistance. So what do you do about insulin resistance? I did read a book that did change my world. It's a book by Dr. Jason Fung called The Obesity Code, and he talks a lot about insulin in that book.
So fasting is actually the most efficient and the most effective way to lower insulin.
I'm going to do a water fast. It's not my first water fast. It's probably my 5th water fast. My record is 14 days so far. Water fasting has been shown to heal a lot of ailments, and one of the things that it does very powerfully would be to lower your insulin and make you more insulin sensitive. So that's the idea, to lower my insulin, become more insulin sensitive, lower the inflammation in my body, autophagy, whatever else comes from water fasting, from long-term water fasting, is what I hope to gain from this. Like I said, this is an experiment, so I don't really know what's gonna come of this. I've done this plenty of times before, so I'm not worried about my own physical safety. It's just a matter of, is this going to heal my fibromyalgia or not? This may be my last monster. This might be my last monster. This may be my last monster. Hi, just a medium black.
Medium black?
Yep. Welcome to day 1 of this fast. I am having a coffee because I didn't quit coffee before the fast started, which I should have, but I needed every last functioning day to get some work done. So over the next day to 3 days, I'm going to be quitting coffee, which is just going to add to how bad I feel. It's been a few hours. It is now officially the afternoon, and I am getting very hungry, which is normal. I did get a lot of work done this morning. I don't know how much more I can do this afternoon because I'm starting to not be able to think very well. I'm starting to become slightly more irritable, and I was already irritable because I'm exhausted. Are you guys done sitting as close to the traffic as you possibly can get? I don't know what it is that these cats want to be close to the road. I tried getting them. There's like a mini forest right there. I tried bringing them in there. They were barely interested.
Hey there, what can I get for you?
Just a small black coffee, please.
That's everything?
Yep.
175 at the window.
Thank you. It's day 2. I feel pretty good. I'm less hungry than yesterday, I think, but I'm still hungry. I'm just really tired, kind of zen, spacey. The biggest issue I had today was, so when I was waking up, at first my back hurt seemingly less than usual. Then I fell back asleep for a few hours, and then my back was way worse. I feel better now. It's just always in the mornings. I made a list of the things that I'm hoping to heal on this fast. I wanted to name them because chances are if they start to get better slowly, I might not remember that I had this pain in the first place. The first thing is that when I wake up in the morning, my lower back hurts super bad. It's making it difficult for me to get a good night's sleep. The other thing is my feet hurt, like plantar fasciitis. It hurts so bad to walk, sometimes worse than others. So that's high up on the list. My constant fatigue and my body just hurting, just the burning, achy feeling all over my body. Some parts of my body feel like they're bruised, and that changes in terms of which areas hurt on which days. The other day, just before I started the fast, it felt like my scalp was all bruised. I've also been extremely stiff, like I look like I'm decrepit. I look like I am a very ancient person who is struggling in their last days. Also, I have really bad allergies, and I don't think that they're specifically allergies. It's just some sort of an allergic reaction that it's an always thing. I am either having a stuffed up nose, sometimes a runny nose. Lately, I've been sneezing a lot, and I feel like these allergies really started to come on again in correlation to the fibromyalgia, and I think it all started from severe chronic stress. So that's basically all the things that I can think of that have been really bad, bothering me for quite a while now, that I really need to heal with this. My health has been getting so bad that it has been getting harder and harder just to function on a daily basis. And I'm really not old enough to be living like that. And in fact, I don't think that anyone should be living like that. I think that as we age, we start to get more and more pains and aches and fatigue and all these things that we just call them just a regular sign of aging, just a part of life. But I've also seen people who are vibrant and full of energy and no pain and doing crazy things like gymnastics and dancing and whatever at like 90 years old. So I don't necessarily think that we should be accepting that pain and fatigue and illnesses are just a normal part of life and a normal part of getting older, and that we can actually do something about it. The thing is, those things that we can do about it aren't always easy and aren't always fun. So if someone suggests to you to do a 40-day water fast and your problems will go away, how likely are you to take that on? How likely are you to say yes to a 40-day water fast and actually do it? It's day 3. It's about 5-something in the morning. I woke up this morning with my back hurting again, but only on one side. So that's progress, and it gives me hope that maybe in a day or a few days that my back actually might stop hurting, which is awesome. Right now I'm in front of the store waiting for it to open so that I can buy some water, some drinkable water. I actually didn't end up going to Walmart. I ended up getting tired, and so tired I decided that even though the store opened in 20 minutes that I was too tired to go into the store. So I parked somewhere else and I took a 3-hour nap. I woke up because it was getting hot and I needed to open the windows. And then I realized I couldn't find my keys because apparently before I went to bed I was so out of it that I put my keys in the dumbest place ever. So I looked for my keys for, I don't know, maybe a half hour or something. Finally found them. Then I finally went to Walmart. I am extremely tired today, and I think I've heard that the third day is the worst. So I'm pretty sure that over the next day or two that I'm going to start feeling better as my body adapts. One thing I also noticed today though is that my sinuses are perfectly clear today. I have no allergies as of at the very least this morning. It's day 4. My sinuses are congested again. Hoping it's a healing crisis. I am on my way to buy paper towels, and in order to do so, I'm entering a grocery store. This'll be fun. It smells really good in here. Things that I would never go for are suddenly so appetizing. Canned fruit looks good today. I've never noticed how many types of cookies there are. Yum. I would truly love some raisin bread right about now. I'm walking very slowly. I do feel very drained. When I woke up this morning, my back was hurting again. But I think it was hurting less than it has been leading up to the fast. I would love some Doritos. I just took a nap for a couple hours where I was actually unconscious asleep. But today I have no energy whatsoever, so most of the day I'm just laying here in bed waiting for it to be tomorrow. Day 5. I'm starting to feel better. I'm less hungry and I have some more energy. I'm less tired, but I'm still weak. Like I was doing some cleaning in the van and then I was kind of shaky and I needed to sit down. But I overall do feel better. This morning when I woke up, it was a little complicated, so I'll tell you the timeline, but I think we're making progress on the back pain. So I ended up waking up at 1:30 in the morning. My back didn't hurt, but then within about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it started to hurt, but it hurt less than usual. Then I went back to sleep. I woke up at about 7. Again, my back did not hurt, but then I could sort of feel a little bit of pain, but very light, and that's where we are now. So I think we're making progress. Maybe if we're lucky, tomorrow morning my back won't hurt when I wake up. If you've been paying really close attention, you've probably noticed that I've been wearing the same clothes since this thing started, and that is because I haven't changed my clothes since this thing started. I have to shower and wash my hair today, and I don't think I'm supposed to, because I don't think I'm supposed to allow the cleaning products like the soap to be on my skin, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't care. If I had thought about it, I probably would have washed my hair and all that before I started. I'm gonna go drink some water. I didn't think it could happen, but apparently it did. The water is starting to taste gross. I've heard that this is a thing, and that's why at True North they only use a specific type of distilled water. I'm using this because there's trace minerals in it. I thought that would be helpful, but apparently at True North their clients get really grossed out by the taste of water, and now I get it. It kind of tastes like there's Epsom salt in it, so I don't know if that means I can taste the magnesium or something, but either way it's gross. But I'm gonna keep drinking it. It's about 4 p.m. and I still haven't washed my hair because my energy is way too low. I did manage to get a little bit of work done, but really not very much, and that is becoming a problem. I thought by now I would start getting my energy back, but apparently not. I'm also still very hungry. A lot of people I've seen on the internet said that they stopped feeling hungry after 5 days. So we'll see tomorrow how I feel. If tomorrow morning I wake up and I don't have any back pain, I might break the fast, especially if I'm still hungry, because at that point I know that I will be functional enough to get my work done, and then go back to fasting when I've gotten that stuff together. No. Oh my God. I'm here for this. It's the morning of day 6 and I woke up with no back pain. I haven't woken up without back pain in a very, very long time. So it definitely did work. I'm going to break the fast today, and then I'm going to tell you about everything that feels better and doesn't, what worked and what didn't. I'm breaking my fast on cabbage soup because I really did not feel right about shoving a bunch of sugar in my face first thing after a 5-day fast. After all the work to get my insulin down and then spiking it back up again right away just didn't sit right with me. Also, I've done fasts before and I know what it feels like when I break my fast, and I know that breaking my fast with something sweet would probably make me ravenously hungry. So this is the plan: cabbage soup. It's just cabbage and water, nothing special. Tastes like cabbage and water. I broke the fast yesterday, and yet somehow I still feel better today. I feel even better than I did yesterday. I am still keto right now, so that might have something to do with it. So what has changed? What got better? When I woke up this morning, my back hurt even less than it did yesterday. It's like it's progressively getting better. That again may have something to do with keto, but either way, I have no more back pain when I wake up in the morning. It is a bloody miracle. It has literally been months, if not years, of waking up with progressively worsening back pain in the morning. I also, for the most part, slept all the way through the night last night. I did wake up at some point in the middle of the night thinking, oh God, here we go again. But then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up at a reasonable time, and I had about 8 hours of sleep last night. That may have something to do with the back pain, and also may have something to do with the extreme amounts of caffeine that I had been drinking. What is going on? I am overall way less achy, so I no longer feel as decrepit when I'm like getting up from sitting down or reaching down to pick something up or whatever it is. Also, I have a lot less overall body pain. So with fibromyalgia, you kind of feel pain all over. It's hard to describe, but either way, if you have fibromyalgia, you know what I'm talking about, and that has subsided a lot. My right foot feels a lot better, and yesterday my left foot still hurt a lot, but today my left foot also seems to be feeling better. Not completely better, it still hurts, but just not as bad as it did yesterday. I am still kind of tired. It's a different kind of tired, again, hard to describe, which may have something to do with caffeine withdrawal or sugar withdrawal, and maybe I'm still not eating enough calories, or something to do with coming off of a 5-day fast. So that may change in a few days or a couple weeks. My allergies came right back. Some factors that I realized afterwards that probably had something to do with why it was so hard for me this time around. First, I did absolutely no pre-fast. Normally, you're supposed to change the way you eat, hopefully quit coffee first, and maybe even do a juice cleanse before you start the fast. I did none. I didn't even quit coffee until like 2 days in. So that may have played a significant role. Quitting coffee the day of may also have played a role as to why I didn't have any energy to do my work despite Normally, after first couple of days, my energy would come back, because it's not just the fact that I quit coffee. It's because a couple days prior to that, I was having multiple large coffees a day and starting my day a lot of the time with a Monster energy drink. So I had a tremendous amount of caffeine in my system that I was detoxing from. Also, the stress of knowing that I needed to make money and that I needed to work and I didn't feel physically capable of doing it. That stress probably played a role. And lastly, and possibly most significantly, is that I'm PMSing, and that means that I'm ravenous right now. Overall, if you are in chronic pain of any sort, I strongly suggest that you look into fasting. And I'm sure I've said this at the beginning that not everyone can fast, but there are doctors that can supervise you and tell you if you can, and supervise you throughout the way to make sure that you are safe. And 5 days is really not a big deal to change your life. So I highly recommend it, but again, do it safely. I'm going to be changing the way I eat to continue healing my fibromyalgia, and I'm going to make another video about that as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.